World Cup season is almost here, and as the national teams, the various national teams participating in the tournament release their squads day by day, you can feel the excitement building in the atmosphere, especially for someone like me, because I've been anticipating this for 2, 3 years. Ever since the last one, I've been eager for this one because this is going to be the biggest World Cup that has ever been played in the history of football. It's going to be made up of 48 teams, and I mean, more competition, more teams. The tournament is going to be longer. It's no more going to be a 7 game tournament, as people say. So we are very excited for that. Instead of the straight round of 16 routes, there will be a round of 32 before a round of 16. So, I mean, more games, more excitement, more drama, and everything. So, that's a positive for me. So, going into this World Cup, I've seen some of the squads that have been released, and looking at the squads some of the countries have put out, I can't help but see a clear path for some of the countries, including my country, Ghana, obviously. Everyone has a say on what their country will do and stuff. Everyone becomes a coach at this point in time. So today I'm here to put out my top three favorites for the tournament, top three dark horses, and top three disappointments, likely disappointments. So I'm going to start with the tournament favorites, who I think will be the top three favorites in this World Cup. And I'm going to start from number three, obviously. So my third favorite would be my favorite country, besides my own country, Argentina. So looking at the squad the Argentines have put out, I'm so impressed by the coaching selection because there were certain players I expected him to leave out. One, Garnacho. Two, Mastantuano. Three, Gianluca Pristiani. And he did exactly that. Some of them for footballing reasons, others for other social reasons and stuff. But I'm very happy he left these three players out because Garnacho hasn't been consistent over the season, on and off. Same for Franco Mastantuano, on and off. Not as good as people thought he was. I've always been saying because I actually watched him a little in Boca Juniors, especially the Club World Cup. He wasn't that good. And for Gianluca Pristiani, I think anybody who knows football understands what I'm saying because whatever he said against Vinicius Junior when he covered his mouth, I don't care if it was saying he was a homosexual. He said a homosexual slur or whatever, but I don't care. And Vinny claims he said he was a monkey, and others heard it. So just for that, it's good. It's good that they are leaving him out because even Argentina has a certain reputation, and it's good that someone like this would be left out of the squad and won't be glorified or he won't be honored to play for Argentina. So that's the reason I'm happy with the exclusion of him. The country in the number two spot to be favorites in this World Cup for me would be Spain. And looking at the Spanish national team, which is composed of 8 Barca players, which majority of them are going to start, there will be already some team chemistry there because they've already played from Barca and then here. And there's a few Atletico Madrid players, Marc Pubil and Llorente. There's a few players from the other Spanish side. So most of them play in Spain. That's what the point I'm getting to. Most of them play in Spain. So the team chemistry, I think, will be very high for Spain. That will help them. It's such a young squad as well because their best player, Lamine Yamal, is 18, 19. They have players like Pedri, Gavi, and all these guys who seem like veterans, but they're actually not even up to like 26. They're all young blokes. In the goalkeeping department as well, they have three super goalkeepers. Personally, I always start Unai Simon. Unai Simon was good, but this season hasn't been his best. Bilbao has struggled. Before seeing it, they struggled. Raya won the Premier League Golden Glove for what, third time in a row or something. I don't know, but it's something in a row, either thrice or twice, and that's like good. Joan Joan Garcia as well won the La Liga best goalkeeper. So I don't think Unai Simon should still be starting, but um De La Fuente seems like someone who is loyal to certain players, as people say, loyal to certain players. So it it kind of looks likely that Unai Simon is still going to start, but I hope he starts Joan Garcia. Not just because I'm a Barca fan, because I think he's the better of these three keepers. Good with his feet, sharp reflexes, quite big, 6 feet 3, 6 feet 4. I mean, Raya is good, but Raya is not as big. Raya is 5'11", 6. So I prefer Joan Garcia. So to my number one spot, I don't think this will come as a surprise. Everybody would most likely choose this same team, and it's for a good reason. So my number one team to be the favorites of this tournament would be Les Bleus. That's the French national team, and I don't think I need to say much because in every position they have two, three players that can do the job. Their second squad, even with injuries, their second squad is good enough to be World Cup winners, if you're being honest. People like Ryan Cherky will be on the bench, Bradley Bacola, Desiree Doué. Think of the players. All these guys potentially could be on the bench if you think about it, because if they are going to start with the front three, Kylian Mbappe is definitely going to be there. Michael Olise has locked down that right wing, and it looks like no one is taking it away from him anytime soon. And obviously, Osman Dembele will be in there as well, the Ballon d'Or winner. So, yes, looking at their squad depth, their second team is good enough. Players like Hugo Ekitike have sustained some injuries, but still, they have a super bench. And not to talk of the number of players, good players who didn't get call-ups. Like it's crazy. So I think France are definitely favorites to win this tournament. And if everything goes as planned, I think they will definitely do it. But I'm hoping that Argentina will win it, because my country, it will be difficult for us. We are not prepared. We are not prepared. Even though we are hoping, we are not prepared. So my second country, Argentina, I hope they do win it. So the next top three I'm going to tackle is the top three disappointments of the tournament. And this is where there will be shocks. This is where I feel like people will say, "Oh, maybe I'm biased or something." I don't mind. That's what I think. So I'm going to start from number three, obviously. So number three, the team I thought about. You see, so let me address this first. When I say disappointment of the tournament, I don't mean the worst team of the tournament. The team might be good, but they wouldn't perform to their potential. That's what I'm saying. So that's what I mean by disappointment. So please don't get me wrong. It's not the worst team or anything like that. So number three. So number three is the US national team, host nation, hosting most of the matches. I don't think their team is that good. Their fans demand from them too much. Pochettino looks like he doesn't care sometimes, because the media is always asking him silly questions. Some of the players don't look interested. They've been like some players that have been left out. Players like Yanis Musa, who hasn't players like Yanis Musa, who haven't played well this season, and other players who have played well but in the MLS, like Diego Luna, who is Mr. MLS, and he has been left out of the squad for some reason. I don't know why. I think the bias is towards the European players, because they feel like the quality in Europe is better. And it's true, the quality in Europe is better, but if you are a very good player in the MLS, I don't think you can't play in Europe. So, and we've seen it. There have been a lot of players that have moved from MLS to Europe and they are thriving. So, I think Diego Luna should be picked, but I don't think US are going to play any kind of special football. I think they are going to be disappointed and everything. And then the same conversations will go on. What do you have to do? They bring in a big name, and then it still doesn't work, because it's about the culture of the team and then the league. Because with MLS, they can attract big players because of their salary cap and all these their rules that are in place. It's a whole lot. It's another topic for another day. So that is why I think America will be the the third disappointment of the tournament. Number two, the second disappointment of the tournament for me would be the Brazilian national team, the Seleção, because just like Ghana, they are not ready. Anybody who has seen Brazil against whatever top opponent in the friendlies, against France, against whoever they played, you could see that they were not really prepared. To add on to, they've now included Neymar in the squad, who is out for 3 weeks now. He's out injured for 3 weeks, so he's probably going to miss a couple of games, maybe the first game or the first and second game. Maybe in the second game he might come on off the bench and all. And I'm a Neymar fan. I love Neymar. You see, I'm a Barca fan, so there's no Barca fan who doesn't like Neymar. But to leave a player like Joao Pedro out to put Neymar in, I'm not saying it's wrong, but it's a huge gamble. It's a huge gamble. There were people who were lobbying for Neymar to go to the World Cup. Everyone wanted to go because of the fairy tale stuff behind it. But when you think about it factually and in reality, Neymar shouldn't be in the squad. Honestly, I think he should just say this one. But I mean, he wants to try and win it one last time. So I wouldn't blame him. Everyone wants to win. So Neymar is in the squad. I don't think they'll do that well. Their squad, Vini, all these guys, Mateus Cunha, they are all decent players, but they are not winners like that. They need someone like the old Neymar who be in the center of it all and then be and they will be the helpers. But this current Neymar can do that. So the only hope I have for them is a player like Rafinha. Rafinha is not bad. He has been good for club and country for the past like 1 year. He has been Brazil's best player, scoring free kicks and all. We've all seen it. I hope Hendrick too does well because I mean my predictions about Hendrick are all coming true because he left Real Madrid. He had a good spell in Lyon. He's going back to Real Madrid. I think that's the wrong option again. He shouldn't go back. If I was Hendrick, I wouldn't be going back to Real Madrid. I'll be finding a better club than Lyon, but I wouldn't try and play for Real Madrid. There's what PSG, Man. There are other clubs that can accommodate Hendrick, so I don't think it's a good choice for him to go back. But I think he wants to prove himself at Real Madrid, so he has to go and then let's see. But all in all, I don't think Brazil are going to perform. Best case scenario, quarterfinals, and that's it. They'll be out because I know the moment they meet a top European team or even a top South American team like their rivals Argentina, they're out. They're out. That's it. They're gone. So Brazil is my second disappointment of the tournament. The number one disappointment of the tournament will come as a shock, but I see certain things in the squad that I think would make them a disappointment. And the number one will be Portugal. I know people think that Portugal are part of the favorites. That's why I said this is my disappointment. So Portugal have a decent squad. In fact, they have a good squad. They have the best left back in the world. They have top centre backs. They have the best midfield trio in the world. Bruno Fernandes, Joao Neves, and Vitinha. These are three of the best midfielders in the world. Bruno Fernandes, Premier League, 21 assists, record. PSG, two of them already playing in PSG. So Vitinha and Joao Neves, chemistry is on top. But for me, the problem would be Ronaldo because not in problem as in he would score an own goal or something like that. But I think that everyone would try to make Ronaldo the main man. You see, they'll still try to keep him relevant. This is last World Cup. Everyone wants him to succeed. So I think that is what is going to happen. Everyone is going to be forcing passes into him. Everyone is trying to make him the center of attraction and all. But that's not how Portugal should be playing right now. Portugal have so much talent up front. Rafael Leao, all Ramos, Gonzalo Ramos, Conceição, all these guys who can fill in. And when they are playing without Ronaldo, you can see, even though they still win with Ronaldo, when they meet up opponents with Ronaldo, they don't. They do sometimes win, but they could be better. That's the point. The point is that they could be better. So I'm looking to see what their World Cup will be like. By genuinely, I think there'll be a disappointment because anything short of the finals is a disappointment for this team. Because with this crop of players, their golden generation, I think they should be winning it. They should be winning it hands down. In fact, they should be part of the favorites. If I was doing a top five favorites, I would have added them maybe number four, number five. But I also think there'll be a disappointment. So I I hope they are disappointment. So it's not like I'm pretending as if I hope they do. I hope they are disappointment. So yeah, let's see what happens there. So the third item on my list is the dark horses of the tournament. The dark horses, and I love this category so much because these are the countries that make watching the World Cup exciting. You know, like in 2014 when Colombia were dark horses and were beating Uruguay and were, you know, that kind of thing. Uruguay and Colombia were surprising everyone. So I like those kind of teams. They make the World Cup what it is. So the third dark horse for this tournament for me would be the Moroccan national team. The Atlas Lions, they've built some reputation for themselves as a good team now, like Africa's best team to see besides Senegal. So I think this World Cup they'll do something. They have a quite relaxed group. I think they have Brazil in their group and Scotland and Haiti or something. I'm not sure if that is their group. I think that is the group they are in, and I think they can even beat Brazil. Scotland will be easy for them. Haiti, they can go. I can give them a quarter-final finish, at most semi-finals, just like the last one. Yeah, so the Atlas Lions, I think they can go far, depending on what happens, depending on the draw in the round of 32, in the round of 16 and stuff. I think they can go far. So they are my third dark horses. So my second spot for the dark horses would be the Norwegian national team. Norway had an easy qualifiers. They beat Italy back to back. They are the reason. They are the main reason why Italy is not here. Because Italy was second in that group and Norway demolished them in Norway and in Italy. And all I can say is I think that their squad has something special. If you look at the kind of players they have a few good players in Martin Odegaard, Haaland, Antonio Nusa. Watch out for that kid. Antonio Nusa is a left winger, very, very, very dynamic winger, just like Neymar, kind of, you know, that style of play. Antonio Nusa, they have Alexander Selot as well, who can partner with Haaland or replace Haaland. Either way, the Auschnitz from Benfica, he came out of retirement to play in the World Cup as well. So they have a good centre back pairing. I think Christian Nogard of Arsenal is there as well, if I'm not mistaken, and a few others. Sander Berg in the middle. They have a decent squad that can cause trouble to some of the big boys. So Norway is my second dark horse. So my number one dark horse would be the Colombians. The Colombians. I love Colombia. What a team. James Rodriguez is there, and this will be his last World Cup. So, you know, he's going to play his heart out. Luis Diaz, Lucho is on fire. You know, he's on fire at Bayern. He has proved himself. Barca wanted him, we didn't get him, but you know, we take it like that. We take our Rashford like that. And Luis Diaz has been on fire, as I said. He has been arguably one of the best players in Bayern, at least top three best players in Bayern. He's going to be there behind, let's say, Olise and Harry Kane. So have other players all over the pitch. Richard Rios, all these Richard Rios from Benfica. You have Jefferson Lerma, who is in Crystal Palace. They just won the Conference League, so they have a decent squad. Daniel Munoz as well, Crystal Palace right back, who won the Conference League, being one of the best right backs in the world, not even in the Premier League or in Colombia, in the world. I can't believe that a player like Daniel Munoz has just gone under, because if I think it's because of his age. Because if he was younger, I think a bigger team would have come for him. I think he's heading 30 or something. So I think teams are a little bit reluctant to go for him. But he has been one of the best right backs in the world, if I'm being honest. Better than, let's say, a player like Trent or something. So that is my number one dark horse for the World Cup. So I know some of the honorable mentions for the favorites of the World Cup will be teams like England and all that. I mean, listen, England is not doing anything. They are not doing nothing. They are doing FO. They are not doing nothing in this World Cup, I'm telling you, because with Jet Spence and all these guys, I mean, they are decent squad players, but when you're in the World Cup, you don't need squad players. You don't need good role players. You need a few of them, but you need a spark of magic. And I don't think any of them have. Harry Kane is a good goal scorer. That's his role. He draws deep sometimes. Players like Anthony Gordon, who just moved to Barca and Rashford, I don't think they are any special that they are going to cause any team trouble. I may be wrong, but let's see what happens. Bukayo Saka and all these guys. So that is my top three for the favorites of the tournament, the disappointments of the tournament, and the dark horses of the tournament. Let me know what you guys think. Tell me if I'm crazy or if I'm sane. Bye.